Welcome to this Future Living blogcast series, and today's topic is gone ice fishing. Yes, I do live in Bermuda. Yes, and today here it's 85 Fahrenheit or 29 centigrade, but I fancy doing some ice fishing. For those of you who are not familiar with ice fishing, it means you go to a frozen lake, that's the ice part, slide out to the middle, that's the daft part, dig a hole in the ice, that's the tough part, sit on a stool in a hut on the ice, that's the funny part, poke your rod, that's the wooden part in case you misconstrued, through the hole and catch fish, that's the fishing part. Cool, huh? So, why has this idea popped into this old head, you ask? Well, I was watching a classic episode of Frasier in which he and his brother and father went fishing. Not really to fish, but to bond as father and sons. In fact, the fishing part was the last thing on their minds. Keeping warm was first, plus a bottle of Jim Beam whiskey, I think. And it made me wonder what it must be like to meet up with long-lost relations. I've read about people who were separated from their siblings at the baby stage and never saw them again. Sometimes don't even know they have a brother or sister. Then, through some quirk of fate, discover that they do have family across the other side of the world. So they decide that it would be wonderful to meet up. Plans are made, budgets are irrelevant, travel time not an issue, off they trot to the big meet. Chances are that they need an intermediary to point out which one is their brother or sister. Maybe they hold a big sign that says, "Hi Joe, I'm your sister." Who knows? Wow, it's great to meet you at last. It must be 62 years since we last met. What you been doing? I mean, where do you start? So, far less the hard work to recall what you've been doing yourself, far less trying to even remember any of it, far less trying to think of stuff that Sis might be remotely interested in, I truly wonder whether you would turn out to have anything in common at all, other than genetics. Would it be a wasted trip? No, probably not, in fairness. Curiosity alone would get most of us to make the trip. And there is something oddly comforting about meeting a sister or brother that you've never seen. Should you worry about trying to keep in touch all the time if you don't feel a strong connection? Probably not. If you've lived all your life without this amigo, why get excited now? So, if you have a sister or brother, etc., that you haven't seen in umpteen years, or maybe didn't even know about, then go ahead and catch up. Have a nice time, share a hamburger and milkshake, drown a few pints of beer if that's your thing, and take lots of photos. Then give them a hug and promise to meet up again someday, whether you intend to or not. Always give people warm memories of your time together and something to look forward to, I say. Because if you do, they'll happily sit in a freezing hut just for the chance to spend time with you, which certainly beats being out there all by yourself. Bonding. That's what it's all about. Bye.